everyone, this is Sasha bringing you a video tutorial today from BP4U. And so today I'm going to talk to you about Elements Organizer. An Elements Organizer lets you organize your photos. And the reason why that is important is so that you can find what you are looking for quickly, easily, and efficiently, especially if you have a lot of files in your organizer. So, the first thing that you want to do when you open the organizer is import photos into it. And so you just go to File, Get Photos and Videos. I used From Files and Folders, and I just navigated through my computer to find the pictures I was looking for. You can also grab them from your scanner or from your camera or card reader. So after I've got my photos in here, I'm going to go ahead and put them in an album. And so I'm going to create a new album, and I'm going to call this album Fairy Tale Photos. I'm going to click on Done. So I can go ahead and I can add a photo to this album by clicking and dragging it up to that album. And you can see it's in the album because there's an album picture down here. Now I wouldn't want to do that for every photo, so I can also click and I can press Control-Shift and I can click on the top one, so the first one and the last one here, and that will select all the ones in the middle, and I can drag all of those over to this Fairy Tale photo album, and it's going to put all of them in my album. Another way that you can kind of look for photos easily is by giving it a keyword. So we can go ahead and we can make the keyword we can do in a field, and we can click a couple of photos here that are in a field, and we can apply that keyword to them. And so now if I wanted to search for that keyword, I could come up here and it would go in a field, would automatically pop up, and I would be able to look at just those pictures, and I can click back. Or I could go in here to my Fairy Photo Tale album and I can click those. Now this is your back and forward button up here, and so we can use those to kind of navigate our moves. So over here you can make your thumbnails bigger or smaller depending upon how you want to see them. Right here you can view a picture in full screen, and I can use my keyboard here to scroll through them using my arrow keys. And I can go ahead, and when I'm finished, I can just press Escape, and that will navigate me out of that. When I'm in this full screen mode, down here at the bottom, I have some options that I can use here. I have my exit option. I can do a side-by-side view of another photo, or I can go back to my single view. I can toggle this as a film strip. I can toggle this as a quick edit, which means I'm going to bring up this quick edit menu, and I can go ahead and I can click on Auto Smart Fix. And this is going to automatically go ahead and fix my photo, but don't worry. It will save it in Photoshop Elements in the original folder that you pulled this from. It's going to save it as an edit, so you're doing non-destructive edits to your original file. You can always go back in and grab the original one if you're not happy with that. You can rotate your photo, and if you didn't like the edit that you just did, you can click Undo. You can delete your picture, you can print your picture, you can do some auto levels, and so you can go down through here and you can do this to all of your photos. And again, I can just click Exit when I'm finished. So over here we have this Fix panel. Again, what we just did over in the big viewer, we can go ahead and do there. We can go ahead and we can also give our photos some star ratings. So there's a couple different ways that you can use these stars. The most popular ways are, I love this photo, this one's just okay. Or you could do it by, yeah, this one needs a lot of editing, but this one's pretty good the way it is. And so you can kind of just go through here and you can give them star ratings based on the criteria that you have set for yourself. So we can come over here now and we can search by stars. We can look for pictures that are 1 star or higher, 1 star or lower, 1 star only, 3 stars only, 3 stars and lower, 5 stars and higher, or 4 stars and higher. So you can go through here and you can search for your photos based on what you are looking for. So over here we have this Create tab, and you can go ahead and you can use that to create. And so you can make photo prints, photo books, greeting cards, collage, slideshow, movie, and so on. And then we have this Share tab here, and you can use that to upload it to Flickr, Facebook, SmugMug, YouTube, a phone, online somewhere, and so on. So let's go back over here to this Create tab, because I want to show you how to make a photo collage. So I'm going to grab just a couple quick photos here, and we're going to go ahead and grab this photo collage. And this is going to open this up for me into Adobe Photoshop Elements. And we are doing a photo collage. So we're going to go ahead and click OK. And so now it is going to take it just a couple minutes here to place my photos because they are large sizes. And it's kind of trying to decide where they should fall onto the collage. Looks like we're almost done. Almost done. Okay, we're placing, it looks like the last one now. Alright, so you can see here that we have some empty spaces as well. So we can click on one of those spaces and we can import a picture, or I can just delete it. So I'm just going to delete all of these instead of navigating through and looking for more pictures. And now you can see that there is a lot of head chops on these pictures. So if I double click on them, I can move that down or scale that down to get more of a look that I'm going for. Again, here I would want to scale that down as much as I could. And you click the check mark when you're done. Okay, so now you can also move and you can rotate these boxes to fit your needs, so you can completely make this collage your own now. You can go through here and you can totally customize the way that the layout looks, and you can design something that you had more of in mind. If you click on the shift key and you hold it down, you can pull your photo up and back, or you can make sure that this constrained proportions box is checked, and you can resize your box there, and you just click on the check mark when you're done. And down here again, we can move this and we can size it as well. And we can click the check mark when we're done. So we can also bring that to the front if we wanted to by clicking on this arrange box here. Maybe we'll bring this one to the front. There we go. That looks pretty good to me. So also, if you hated this layout, there are some under this layouts tab here. There are some different layouts to choose from. And so we've got these, this 4 photos vertical, 5 side by side, 8 photos vertical, 5 side by side, 8 photos. We've got these 1 photo options, 3 photo, and 2 photo options as well. Here we have some art. We can choose a different background. And I just click that and I drag it over, which is all you would do for the layout. You could just click on the layout and drag it over, but I'm going to keep this layout. You can do different frames for your photos. And to do that, you just click and you drop it over the photo that you want to add the frame to. And lastly, you can add, oh wait, we had these flowers down here too. So you could add a flower to your picture. And then we can rotate it. And click the check mark when we're done. And so you can see that that is on there now. And of course you wouldn't have to put it there. I just thought it would make it look like she was holding it. Okay, so anyways, next we have our text box here. And so you can add a text block, and you can, or you could, if you didn't want that there, you could delete it. You can choose your font, you can choose a style, you can warp it just like we did in the text video. You can type in any text that you want really, and then once you have that on there and you're happy with it, you can grab this move tool, you can move it wherever you want it to be. You can resize it by putting your arrow here in the corner. You want to make sure this constraint proportions box is checked, and then you can move it smaller or larger. Again, I can, change my text here. I've got quite a few different text options that I can choose from. And so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that. So when you're done here and you've decided that you're happy with it, you can click done. And you have the option to save that, or you could have pressed print and you could have just went ahead and printed that. I'm not going to save it, but you could go ahead and then you could have saved that. And so back over here to our organizer, again you have these other options as well. You could make a greeting card. And again, it's going to push you over into Adobe Photoshop Elements. And so you can choose what kind of card that you're wanting. So you can pick from a Kodak gallery, or you can pick from Shutterfly, depending upon where you like to have your pictures printed. You can kind of scroll down through here. Maybe you're looking for a Christmas layout. You can choose whether you want it to be a 4x8 flat, or this kind of 2 photo thing here. And so you have all these different options, and you could go through here and customize it just like we did with the collage. So the Elements organizer, back over here, can be extremely helpful because we can go ahead and we can sort through our photos, we can do some quick edits to our photos, we can make some fun things with our photos, or we can just go ahead and we can share them on our favorite social media site. And so you can really use the Elements organizer to your advantage to go ahead and help you stay organized. And so again, up here we have these options as well. You can grab up a timeline up here, which all of my pictures are from the same time, so it's not going to be helpful for me. Or you can look at your properties. And so you would be able to come down here and you could look at your metadata for your image, which this is not going to have as much metadata just because it's you can do brief or complete. And the complete will tell you all kinds of good information about it. You can see that it's in an album here. You can look here at your history with this photo. In the general, you can give it a caption, you can add a note, you can see where it's saved on your computer, you can look at the time and the size, and if you wanted to, you could change its rating. And so you can do that for each, this picture doesn't have any audio. You can do that for each picture that you wanted to go ahead and check the properties of. Over here we have help, and so you have some support, some video tutorials up here as well that you could go ahead and watch from Adobe, and just all of your help options. You can do your updates here if you needed to update your program. Over here you can refresh your page, you can check what kind of media types that you're wanting to look at. If you only wanted to look at your photos, you could do that. You could only look at your projects or your videos or your PDFs. You can decide whether you want to show or hide hidden files or show or hide your file names. Right here we can also stack pictures. So let's go ahead and grab these here. And we can, I just saw it 2 seconds ago. We can stack them here. So we can stack selected photos, and then up here we can view all of our stacks, or we can find photos by history, by media type. So the stacking the photos is neat because you can double click here, and you can also view this as a larger photo, but we can scroll down here and we can see just the photos here. Let's go back to show all. We can see our stack here, and we can expand that or we can hide it, as you can see here. But this would be another option that would allow us to be a little bit more organized, because now you can see that our workspace is cleaned up. So if you had multiple sessions, for example, in your Elements Organizer, you could stack each session. That way you could go ahead and you could view each session just one at a time instead of looking at a big jumble of photos. So you have all these different options up here. You've got, if you were on a picture, you could again use these options here, which we found over there in our fix. You can, let's grab a picture. You can import this into Photoshop Elements. If you have full Photoshop as well, you can pull that into Photoshop. You can add a caption, you can update your thumbnail, you can use this as your desktop wallpaper, and so on. And again, here you could use this to, we can back up or restore our catalog. We can duplicate this picture, we can rename it, we can export this, print it. So we have, again, we have lots and lots of options for this organizer. Excuse me. Sorry about that. So thank you for watching this video tutorial. I hope that you have learned lots of new and awesome things about your Elements Organizer. Happy organizing!